Recording.
Rachel, are you going over points? Okay.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to sort this. Just a second. So congratulations to Jennifer Flores for being recognized as team builder on the road to elite. And then Jessica Warren is also team leader this month, and 2-star in her second business center, which is so exciting. She is the first one on our team to do that. Oh boy. Now let's try this again. Why is this not sorting? Okay, Success Club points for the month. Jen is leading the pack this month, already at Success Club 8, and Daniela also has Success Club locked in, and Rachel Maldonado, Grayson, Laura, Megan, all at Success Club 4. Help at least one more person to hit your minimum goal of 3 to 5 people, or helping 3 people this month. And then lots of us at 2, Carrie, Shara, Shauna, Allison, Sarah, Kristen, Haley, Crystal, myself, Tori, Jordan, Lori, Megan, and Gabriella. So we have, 2 weeks, like including today, exactly 14 days to hit our goal. Everyone should be shooting for no less than 3 to 5 people. There's plenty of time left to do that, but I feel like the urgency, you can't think like, oh, I can just wait. I still have time. I don't need to do that. Like, you have time as long as you take action today and you start sharing authentically. I know Laura is going to present an amazing call about that, but the same urgency that it takes to hit your goal over the course of a month is the exact same urgency it takes to hit it within just a couple of days. So I know it is my goal to have a heck of a lot more points up there and to have helped a lot more people. And we have amazing things to invite to, so many things to invite to over the next month.
So my Google Drive link did not work, but Leslie France is already at Success Club 10. Leanne White is at Success Club 6. Hannah Halfman is at SC2. Paige Perez 4. Leah Lively 2. So I didn't want to leave them out. Happy Sunday.
All right, sending it back to you, Laura.
Okay, there we go. Okay, guys, I'm so excited to talk to y'all. Okay, let me start this. So this call is called the 3S to get you through the holidays. Maybe not what you're thinking. Maybe that could help you get through the holidays. But this is going to go into more of coaching side and challenge group side. Okay, so let's first talk about the elephant in the room. This is an F that's not included. This is about funks. And so just to let you know, funks are totally normal. I'm talking about this because I feel like I've had a lot of coaches reach out, whether that's in my downline or someone else's downline, about the funks that they're going through. And I want to tell you that that is normal. Like, funks happen to me. I remember my first funk, y'all, it was after Diamond. And I've talked to like Jessica and Raquel and Rachel and Jen about this, but you work, you know, when you work so hard to like get a goal, and whether you miss it or get it, then you're like, oh, I've worked so hard. I think I just need a break. I think I need to like relax for a second. I want to let you know that it's normal. I remember when I went through my Diamond funk, no one knew I was going through it because I was still posting on social media. I was still showing up. I just wasn't doing any invites. I wasn't doing challenge group invites. I wasn't doing coach invites. You wouldn't know it from the outside, but you would know it like based off my like work time hustle. And funks are totally normal, whether you're going through them in life. Like, there are some instances where I'm like, Scott and I are like this, like we can like read each other's minds. We were like vibing, like energy is high. And then sometimes I'm like, are we even married? Like, do you not know me at all? Like, we are going through some type of funk, and I don't know if we should have a conversation about it. But then you come out of it. Like, you don't stay in this funk and like, this is not going to work out, Scott. Like, peace. Like, you get out of it and you work harder and you become stronger. Same with like faith. Like, if you think about faith, I was at church today and they actually talked about this. It's like, you have, like, I believe in God. And sometimes I'm like, God, why are things happening this way when I am like asking you, I'm not receiving, it's not on my timeline, and this is not how I imagined it. This is not how my family imagined it. But then you go through that and you realize that that was just a period in life and that he is going to bless you and do all the things that you ask down the line. So I just want to let you know, when you think about funks, you got to think about it like we all go through funks in all stages of our lives. So they will continue to happen to you and your business. So just know that. Okay, how to get out of the funks? You have to stop believing the lies in your head. I know when I'm in a funk, I'm like, I'm not a good coach. I'm not a good friend. I'm not a good wife. I'm like not a good worshiper to God. Like, you start believing. My daughter, I usually put her to bed. Stop believing in the lies in your head. They are not true at all. So you have to know, like, what you feed in your mind becomes your reality. Where's Scott? She's like trying to get it. Oh, poor girl. I promise no one thinks you are a bad wife or a bad coach. Like, just get out of your way. So I'm giving you permission that if you are in a funk right now, to like snap out of it tonight. Because what you do, and this is the meat of my call, what you do from now to the beginning of the year is greatly going to affect how your 2020 turns out, financially, emotionally, like all the things. But in terms of business, what you do, like when Rachel says, like, Success Club, but if you take the daily actions, you will absolutely get it. Like, don't think about Success Club, but take action right now, because literally what you do, the action and drive and hustle that you put into your business right now directly affects Barblend, directly affects the work, directly affects your income, your team, the opportunity to grow. Okay, so first F is family. So for me, I have a really big family, okay? We have Scott's side, we have my side. There's like, every time I open up my calendar, there's something else on my calendar. Like today I added the Christmas party for Bunko. Like, every day there is something. So that is super exciting. You should go to all those things, but you should also like communicate to your loved ones about your business. So during the holidays, this is how I do it, because the week before Christmas, all of Christmas week, the week after Christmas, there's a function and a family function every single day, but you have to communicate to your loved ones on when you're going to work. So in my stage of life right now, Margaret naps. I communicate, and I practiced this last week when I was in Houston. When we're having breakfast, I'm like, okay, look, family, Margaret goes down for a nap at 1. This is a very important time for my business. So I need to step away to the extra guest bedroom and work for 2 hours while she's napping. They're going to be like, yes, like, Laura, go get it. Like, I know this is like huge for your business because people want to get in shape. It's the end of the year, beginning of the year. Like, once you communicate that with them, they're going to have your back. But if you're like on your phone while you're trying to like play games with your family, or while you're trying to like have a conversation with your mom and you're on your phone, like, that doesn't fly. Put away your phone, communicate with your family on when you're going to work, and make sure you do it. With Scott, I make sure that he knows every year, like, my income is like, it is a direct reflection, and I'll show my income every single year when I coached in January, because it's always an amazing year, because I use this time to hustle, and I use this time to see the big potential, because it's not just about what we do after Christmas. It is literally what we do from now into Christmas and after. Okay, so I want to show you these numbers because I feel like this is when I like love it. I kind of love being the underdog. I saw Raquel talk about that in her stories. I was like, yes, the underdog. I love being the underdog. Like, I love people saying, oh no one's going to purchase this time of year. Everyone's concentrating on the family. Everyone's concentrating on not working out. But I'm like, oh no. I will prove you wrong because I show up in my stories. This is an exciting time. People feel that energy and excitement that come through like the screen, my posts, the stories. Like, this is just me. I love this time of year. And so 2016, so I was a coach. I said yes to coaching. I started working June of 2015. So this is 1 week's paycheck, 1st of January. And I do not remember what programs came out or anything. I think Beachbody On Demand came out in 2017, but honestly, 2016, I have no idea. I just know I was hustling. So my income was $350. 2017, I believe Beachbody On Demand came out. And people, it doesn't matter what came out, people are just ready to jump onto a program. They're ready to start feeling better. They're ready to start doing nutrition. They're ready to start working out because, yes, they got some Christmas money, or yes, they ate a ton between Halloween and Christmas and New Year's, and they've been watching you show up every single day, even through the holidays. And girl, how do you do that? Because I want to do that too. So 2017, it was 682, doubled. And then 2018 was a bomb year. It was awesome. I gave birth that first week of January, okay? And that was my biggest week. Not my biggest week, but it was a really, really good, honestly, 2017 and 2018 they're really good. Keeps getting better. But that first week really, really jumped up. And 80-Day Obsession came out and people went crazy, but also I love upselling a little bit with people. I don't just give them the base challenge pack. And I know Rachel, I got this from Rachel, but it's like the new client form, and I'll get with Rachel about sharing it again. But it has been a huge game changer with how I approach things, because when people are like, yeah, I'm ready to sign up, I'm not just like, what is your Shakeology flavor? What's your email? I send them to a Google Doc and I show them recover, hydrate, energize, 3-day refresh, all the boosts that I talk about in my stories all the time. There's daily sunshine, which I talk about. So, and there's an opportunity for people to say, yes, they want to start coaching on this form. And I had a girl sign up with a challenge pack Friday, and she clicked that she wanted to be a coach. And I was like, Danielle, you want to coach? And she was like, yeah, I've been thinking about it. I was like, how would I have known? Like, sometimes I just take for granted. Like, why don't I ask these things? But thank God for this form that I use. I think I started implementing more of like the Recover, the Energize in 2018. So that really, really helped my income as well. 2019, Transform 20 came out. It was a little higher than 2018. 2019 was a little higher than 2018. And then my goal for 2020 is definitely over 2K in my first week of January. And as you know, if you've been around, January is a bomb month for income, but also it comes back to you in March as well. So those are like really, really, really amazing months for income within your business, and fully take advantage of that because people are ready and they're watching. And maybe they're not ready in January, but then like they like, you know, watch your stories and like, oh, she's doing Bar Blend, and oh, she's doing Energize, and she's looking really good and whatever. And she's showing transformation stories and people are getting excited. They will come around. So that's a little bit of my income. Okay, so the second F is for fitness. So this time of year, you have to show up for yourself. We talked about what program you're doing right now before the call. If you're not doing the work, which we are starting tomorrow morning, you have to, because people are probably not working out. They probably think their workout is like shopping in the mall and like walking around, which sometimes I like consider that a workout too. But people are creeping on you on social media. And when they're like, man, Laura is working out on like Turkey week. She's working out like Christmas week and then New Year's week. Like, that's so crazy. I would never do that. But then like they start like believing those lies in their head. And then they're like, but I really need to change. Who am I going to think of first? Oh yeah, that girl that shows up every single day and does her workouts and shows up for her team and posts, you know, like, I love when people screenshot, when people text them and they're like, I lost 5 pounds this week, or I love Energize. I like seeing those stories a lot. So keep doing those if you're doing them. And if you're not, you should do those. So show up for yourself right now. Like, you should be doing that. Show up consistently every single day. Also, bring the fun. Like, I don't know if you feel, I don't know why I'm so happy right now, guys. Like, it is the most joyful time of the year. I literally sometimes feel like Buddy the Elf sometimes, like in Christmas, because I love the holidays. I love my family. I love my friends. I love you guys. I just love. But I also love coaching. And if I don't fit that in on a daily basis, my like love capacity goes down. It's the weirdest thing. If I don't work on my business, I'm like not as happy. And so I have to fit that in every single day. Not try, I have to. Christmas Day, I don't really work. I think it's just more about connecting with people than anything. You should not invite. Well, I'm not going to tell you to not invite on Christmas, but it's more about like connecting with people on Christmas Day. Every other day, you should be working on your business from now to the beginning of the year and beyond. But you should have fun. Like, show up in your stories with excitement. I look at Raquel's stories and I'm like, those are the most beautiful stories ever. And I don't know how she does that. And I could probably find out. But you know what? Like, I am Laura, and I'm going to show up the way I love to show up. And I'm going to bring the fun, and I'm going to bring the energy just like I like to do. And maybe mine aren't that pretty, but I'm still connecting with people. I'm still inviting, and do not compare yourself to people. That is one thing that I have learned. Like, Raquel is her own little gorgeous self with her awesome stories. And I'm my own little gorgeous self too with awesome stories as well. Like, do not compare yourself to anybody's stories. Don't let that hold you back, because that's just like, don't let it happen. But bring the fun to your stories, bring the excitement, like have just a bomb ass time doing it, and show up on social media. A lot of the times I post about Margaret. Like yesterday I posted twice and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to gather up all these likes that people are doing, and then I'm going to reach out. I don't let likes just sit there. I do something with them. I take action. So continuing on, so pick a program and stick with it. Show up, document, bring the excitement. Excitement is contagious. Okay, so continue. I talked a little bit about this, but I love being the underdog. Like, I love when I'm not supposed to win and I win. Like, I'm totally 3. I'm totally competitive. I'm a numbers person, and it just makes me excited. I expect people to say no all the time. Also, I hit the chats because it's distracting, but I see things coming in, like it says numbers, but I'll answer them later in case you're not answering yourselves. I expect people to say no when I ask them. It takes the pressure off, doesn't it? Like, whenever you invite people and you're like, they're just going to say no. But as I know, I'm just planting the seed here because I'm going to invite them to Reindeer and Rosé. But really, I kind of want them to join me in Bar Blend. And the chances are, if I invite them for the first time to Bar Blend, they're going to say no. They're going to watch me for a while. And then they're going to say yes in April. It's like, no. I need to start connecting with these people now. So just like shoot back some Energize, get your work time hustle on, and invite. Like, every single person is going to say no. I promise it takes the pressure off. Again, I love being the underdog. When you invite to coaching, which this call is not a coaching call. This is kind of how to like showcase and rock it within your challenge group. But also, a lot of my challengers turn into coaches. I always ask challengers to coach. So when someone comes and says, yes, they want to participate with me in a challenge group, I'm like, would they be a good coach? Like, it's all like, you should all be thinking that too. Like, always cultivate your people to be good coaches. So when I invite to coaches, have it in my head that they're going to say no, because most likely they're going to say no, but you're planting the seed. They're going to sit back and they're going to watch you. Every single coach on my team, except Valeria came to me and asked to be a coach on my team. But the coaches my working coaches all took at least 6 months to come around and say yes. They ignored me. They said no, ghosted me, all the different things that we get all the time. I am no different than you are. It just takes a while. Sometimes it doesn't, but a lot of times it does. My daily to-dos And I'm on the same push leader group as Rachel Johnstone. So Josh Coates. And so we have like a tracker that we do every day, but in like, just like the main idea of the action that I'm taking, this doesn't include mindset and daily and like affirmations and planning out your day and all the things. But what I do Monday through Thursday are 20 connection messages. I think people get overwhelmed with connection messages. They don't have to be overwhelming. A lot of the times I'm going through my stories and watching other people's stories, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, and commenting or asking a question. And all the time they respond immediately. And I'm like, yeah, girl. Yes, we have a connection. Like, perfect. I will be asking you into a challenge group eventually in the future. And note that, like, have a spreadsheet. I hope you're tracking. You should be tracking. Track all your messages, because now is the time to reach out, back out to every single one of them. And I'll cover that in a second. So I do 20 connection messages, 7 challenge group invites, 5 coach invites, Monday through Thursday. Friday are dedicated to follow-ups. I don't let those slip to the side. I don't know what I meant by that. Don't let those fall to the side. What I'm saying is, it's very easy to say, oh, I'm not going to do it Monday. I'm really busy. I need to make my turkey list, and I need to make my Thanksgiving list. And I got to like figure out these invites to Thanksgiving, and like make sure you carve out time for your business, because it's really, really, really going to pay off in the long run, and especially January 2020. So how I explode my income the first week of January. So starting now, I literally go into all 3 coach online offices. So my first one, my second business center in Scott, and I print off all my customers, and I do it says, hey girl, but I don't say girl anymore. I say their actual name. And I invite them individually to either Facebook Messenger or Instagram message, just kind of like gauge how you usually communicate with them. And I usually say something like this: hey Lindsay, I know it's been a while since we've chatted. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing a reindeer and rosé group. Make sure you put a little thing so it doesn't read rose group the beginning of December, and thought about you first. Also, Pick Monkey does not spell check, and it bites me in the butt. Are you interested in learning more? So super simple. Honestly, you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. If they're like watching you, it's not like about what you say or how you say it. It's just about that you're doing it, that you're sending out that message. So I send them individual. I do this every year, you guys. I do it every single year. I don't do mass email. I literally just keep it simple, but I like spit off those messages all the time. And now is the time to do it, because whether they don't want to do your reindeer and rosé or whatever you're calling it right now, but they could want to do bar blend, which is the whole key here. Next thing I do, contact all the people you've had conversations with, literally every single one. So whether maybe they're not a customer, but you've been having these conversations with them and you've been tracking them, and you have all these like tracked conversations on your spreadsheet that you keep track of, and you're like, I haven't invited them. I just don't feel, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous about it. Like, just do it. Just contact them. They're probably going to say no, because it's a really busy time of the year. Most likely they're going to say no. But when they are ready, they're going to think about you. That's what you have to think about when you sit down and invite. They're probably going to say no, and that's okay. But when they're ready, they'll think about me. That's all you want. That's what this business is about. So here's my, the one I got off a template from Jessica and Raquel. It's like, hey, Lindsay, I know we chatted a while back and it wasn't good timing, but I wanted to reach out and invite you to my last fit group of 2019, Reindeer and Rosé. It kicks off December 2nd. I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Do you want me to shoot you over the details? You can change it up. You can edit that, but literally contact every single person that you know about your next challenge group. Okay, start now. I think this is my last slide, actually. Contact all the people that have commented or liked on a photo of yours. You might think this is like cold messaging, but if they're liking your stuff and if they're commenting, you can send them over this message right here. And you can say that it's totally random because it is totally random. But if you feel like you kind of have to go with what your heart says in terms of, do I send them a message without creating that relationship first? Or do I create the relationship first? Like if you're like, no, I think this girl would like respond to this well, and maybe she won't, and that's okay. You just have to do it. You have to get to work. Hey, Lindsay, this is totally random. I wanted to reach out. Have you ever thought about joining the challenge group with me? I'm doing Reindeer and Rosé. I'm doing a Reindeer and Rosé group. It's all about getting through the holidays, feeling better and stronger. Can I shoot you over the details? I usually do these messages to people that view my stories, watch my stories, both Facebook, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but Facebook story viewers have gone up like tremendously, which is really awesome. So I still build my Facebook on a daily basis. Like when I add more people or following more people on Instagram, but when I friend request people, I spend a lot of time on Facebook just because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I still feel 50-50. I don't know if you feel that way, but I still invite 50 and 50 on Facebook and Instagram. I really enjoy Facebook still. I know some people just do Instagram, and that's totally okay. So, yep, that's it. I didn't really do a last slide type thing, but those are my tips to getting through the holidays is enjoy your family. Don't take that away, but communicate with them on when you're going to work and how you're going to work. Stick to a program, do a program, showcase it, bring the excitement, bring the fun, and then also follow up with all the people that you've ever talked to. It's on your tracker. Just do it because they're probably going to say no. That's what you have to say in your head. They're probably going to say no, and that's okay. And take the pressure off. But just invite because your January 2020 can be absolutely explosive, and like it is in your hands. No one else can do it for you but you. And I'm super excited for you. Okay, that's all I have. I can go through the chat. Any questions?
So good, Laura. There was a question about how do you initiate your connection messages? I know there's a lot, so I'm just going to pick out the questions for you to make it easier.
Thank you. I talked a little bit about this. I feel like people put too much pressure on connection messages. Like, I know that a lot of y'all went to the super weekend, and Jen Richardson talked about like, talk to someone like you would in person. Like, do not think about it like you're selling something, because when it comes off salesy, they're going to be like, ew, I know what you're doing. Because don't we all feel that way. Like if I know someone's selling like candles, I'm like, I know what you're doing. But just don't do that. Like, go look at their stuff and be a genuine person, be a genuine friend, show an actual interest in them, and create like a bond. Like I have so many friends on Instagram that we don't talk coaching and I don't really know them, but we talk about random stuff like our kids or like trying to get pregnant or like random stuff like that when you open up. So it doesn't have to be complicated, just be you and just, talk whatever you want to talk about. It's kind of like generic, but it doesn't have to be that hard. Any other questions that you need to pick out?
Totally agree. And then they say like when they ask for the details, if they say, yes, I want more details, what's your next step?
Exactly what Raquel put on there.
Okay, so the conversation guide. Okay, so then the conversation guide that we posted this past week is the one that is updated most currently for Reindeer and Rosé. And we'll also update that same combo guide once we get into Black Friday. We will edit and change on that same link and we'll resend it out to y'all.
Cool.
I think that was all of the questions that are in the chat. So if anybody else has questions they want to ask out loud or throw into the chat, now is your chance. But so good. I think we overcomplicate, and I think this time of year is so easy to, just like you said, like throw your hands up and not do the little things. But imagine the difference if we took the last 6 weeks of the year and did 20 connections, 7 invites, and 5 coach invites every day versus the absence of not doing it. That's 6 weeks of incredible work versus I'll just wait and I'm really going to hit the ground running on in January. That's such a disadvantage that we will set ourselves up for. And it just doesn't take that long every day. I think we overthink how long it's going to take. I know I'm the worst. I think, I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to do that. And then I end up never doing it. If you just get it done, it's really not that much of a process.
Can we just talk about how calm Laura Simon is? Like, just hearing her voice, I was like, I do want to connect and I do want to invite. Like, she's just so calm about it. I feel like when I get down to work, I'm like, okay, I'm like, no, I need to like channel the zen that is Laura, because she just makes it just so genuine. So I hope that y'all took away like great content. Laura, I loved it, obsessed. But just the calmness behind it, because I do feel the energy and invites, even though it's just a message, I feel like messages, the energy behind it can be felt. And if I got a message from Laura Simon, it would be like, oh, yes, tell me more. So hopefully that helps too. But loved it, Laura. So good.
I love you guys.
And if you don't watch Laura on her stories and social media, the reason that I really wanted her to do this is because she literally sells you without you knowing. Like, she posted something the other week and I was like, you're literally a coach on my team and I want to buy a 3-day refresh from you. Like, because it had nothing to do with, because she was just being authentic and sharing her story, or she's genuinely adding value. I had somebody ask me today about their business and something, and my first response, my first thing to always look at is to look inward. Don't blame and look at why are people saying no, or why am I not hitting this goal, or why am I poor me. Instead of being in victim mode, always look and say, what value have I provided to social media or to wherever your market is? Most of us are using the social media. What value have I provided without expecting anything in return? Because when you put stuff out there only hoping to get a Success Club point out of it, that comes across. Whether it's in your stories, it's in your messages, it's on your posts. If you're not coming at it from a genuine place of how can I just make this space, my corner of the world, better, people feel that. And I think Laura does an incredible job of always adding value, and whatever she's doing, I want to buy it. Literally every Beachbody product, I'm like, I know technically I already have it, but I also like to buy that one that she has.
How she shares Shakeology, everybody should just go watch Laura Simon's story tomorrow, because how she shares Shakeology every afternoon, you know, when you get that point where you just want to eat everything in the fridge and pantry, and she talks about that and how like Shakeology is her savior, and then she pours it and it's always so creamy. I'm like, God, I already had my shake, but I want to go have another. Like every day she shows me that, and it never gets old. I'm always like, ooh, that looks good. Like, ooh, how did she make it today? It's so extra creamy. And she's just sharing it so authentically. So I'm always learning from her as well. But awesome. Jess, do you want to talk about the Holiday Survival Guide, or should we not talk about it yet?
No, I don't want to talk about, I'm just kidding.
Okay. I have it open if everyone want to show you.
We can dive into it, yes, but don't let this overwhelm you. Take this week to really focus on inviting to Reindeer and Rosé. Last day for people to fully order is the 25th. So all the tools that Laura just shared about your customers, your contacts, your newbies,
That's
invited.
the focus.
However, you can use this holiday guide as a bonus to those that are signing up for Reindeer and Rosé, and then beyond the time for signing up for Reindeer and Rosé, you'll have this tool in your back pocket as well.
I'm just going to show it with you real quick. Don't worry, you'll have it. But it's just going to be a bonus for everybody who signs up for Reindeer and Rosé. But basically, it's a holiday survival guide. If they don't want to work out or they're just super crazy busy, here's what you can do to make it through the holidays. So obviously, we have like 3 non-negotiables. We put our most favorite places. When you're eating out fast food, it happens. You're traveling over Thanksgiving. You're traveling over Christmas. Sometimes you just got to eat fast food. Here's your best options while traveling. If you are eating out at a steakhouse, if you're going to a burger joint, you're eating Chinese food, pizza, what should you have for breakfast if you're out and about, or coffee, what should you be ordering? All of our favorite things to do, as well as like best how to order all those things while eating out. It's awesome. We also have our favorite no equipment workout calendars. Obviously, people are busy. If they have access to weights, Lift 4 is what I always recommend. It's 4 days a week. It's awesome. It's great. However, if you don't want to travel with weights, these are our most favorite non-equipment workouts on Beachbody On Demand. If you have not tried these, get excited, do them over the holidays because they're amazing. Also, we created this last year, but some Jingle Juice cocktails, because who doesn't like to enjoy a little cocktail over the holidays, right? So we have some like lower calorie ones that you can choose. Same thing, low calorie white wine options, low calorie red wine options, low calorie champagne options. If you're out at the bar, what do we specifically order? And then we have our tried and true 4-day detox. We used to run this as a free group, but like we said, this is going to be a bonus for Reindeer and Rosé. It's a great way for people to lose the bloat and feel amazing in literally 4 days. And we have it all written out for you. We have like 5 simple rules, and then we actually have an entire meal plan and recipe grocery list attached to that. So that's a bonus. We will be giving that out this week. But like Jessica said, the focus is everything that Laura said, reaching out to your current customers, following up, doing all that. And this is going to be a bonus for everybody who joins us for Reindeer and Rosé. But we will get that along to you as well. Okay?
So again, if you weren't on the call last week, the reason we created this is for anybody that you may have in your market. This is a bonus for Reindeer and Rosé, but also beyond that, and we will create this for different seasons as well. So we'll create a different like version. This is basically stuff we have used within our challenge groups over the years, and we just kind of compiled it for those people who maybe don't have time to check into an accountability group. They travel a lot for work. They're stressed. It overwhelms them to be on Facebook, all of those kind of things, because there are some people like myself who don't necessarily need to check into a group every day. You know, if I wasn't a coach, or if this wasn't what I was doing, but if I had something that was like, hey, here's something I can print off, I can take, I can be successful, I would love it. That is the concept and why we created this, just so that you know in case you were off. Jennifer Flores, how is this different than Reindeer and Rosé? Hopefully that answered your question. So this is something that you can give your people as a bonus or as an alternative. They would still sign up with a challenge pack. They would just sign up with a challenge pack. We will give you a welcome email you can send that it was for specifically tailored if they just want this guide. They don't want to be in a accountability group or in a tracker of any kind. They just want, give me the ebook guide, give me the nitty gritty, how to be successful, something that they can have an alternative outside of a challenge group setting, but they would still be purchasing BOD access with Shakeology and our performance line and anything else. Does that answer questions on that? Cool. Good. I'm glad y'all are excited about it. We are excited about it too. I think it's going to help a lot of people and fill a gap that we have needed for a bit. So I'm super pumped. Can you give it to your current customers? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll get that out to y'all this week, or probably we'll get it out to you tomorrow because it's done. And then we'd love to hear your feedback, how it goes, how your people are loving it, if they're using it, all that jazz and the frass. Okay, any other questions before we hop off? Good. Awesome. So great to see so many people on the call. I hope you have the most amazing day. Diamonds, look in your thread. You will see the chat or the link for the next call. Bye, y'all. See you on the social.